In the vast, uncharted stretches of deep space, the starship Vesta glided silently, its course set for the outer edges of the known galaxy. At the helm stood Captain Robbins, a figure whose presence seemed to command the stars themselves. His eyes, accustomed to the dark void of space, sparkled with the same intensity as the celestial bodies dotting the infinite expanse outside his ship. "Charting unknown territories again, Captain?" First Officer Janet Perry asked, stepping beside him with a clipboard in hand. Her tone was light, but her eyes were sharp, missing nothing that happened on her ship. "Isn't that what humanity does best, Janet?" Robbins replied with a grin, watching the stars streak past the view screen, pushing boundaries, testing limits. In the science lab, Chief Science Officer Angela Curry peered through her microscope, her mind as focused as the high-powered lens examining alien microorganisms. Her curiosity was a beacon that lit up the entire research department, inspiring her team to look deeper, question further. "Angela, you might want to see this," called out Jeffrey Ward, the ship's engineer, from across the room. He was hunched over a mass of wires and screens, a typical sight for someone whose ingenuity kept the heart of the Vesta beating against all odds. Curry straightened up, her interest piqued. "What's up, Jeff?" "I'm picking up some weird readings on the outer sensors. It's like nothing I've ever seen before," Jeffrey explained, scratching his head. He wasn't one to easily puzzle, which meant this was something new. Curry's eyes lit up with the thrill of the unknown. "Let's get a closer look then." As the crew gathered around the main console, Tactical Officer Pedro Henry kept his eyes glued to the ship's defense systems. Even the smallest blip on his radar could mean the difference between safety and catastrophe in the unknown parts of the galaxy. Danielle Douglas, the communications officer, adjusted the frequencies on her console, trying to pick up any signals that might explain the anomaly. Her expertise with alien languages had made her an invaluable bridge between the human race and the cosmos. "Anything on the comms, Danielle?" Robbins asked, his voice calm yet filled with anticipation. "Nothing but static, Captain. It's as if we're listening to the whispers of ghosts," Danielle replied, her fingers dancing across the controls, seeking a breakthrough in the silence. The Vesta shuddered slightly, an unusual tremor that ran through the hull. Pedro immediately tensed, his eyes scanning the tactical displays. "We've hit something, but it's not showing up on any of our visual feeds or radars," Pedro reported, his voice a mix of confusion and intrigue. "An invisible barrier," Angela mused, stepping forward to join the others at the main console. "Let's not jump to conclusions yet. We need a closer look." Under Angela's guidance, the crew set up specialized equipment to probe the mysterious barrier. Traditional instruments failed to provide clarity, but Angela proposed a novel approach, using human senses as a diagnostic tool. "Let's try something only humans would dare to," Angela suggested with a spark of excitement. "What if we use our own perceptions as instruments? Our eyes, ears, even touch?" "Are you suggesting we go out there?" Janet asked, eyebrows raised. "Exactly," Angela nodded. "Whatever this barrier is, it's interacting with us on a level beyond conventional technology." With a mixture of skepticism and excitement, the crew prepared for a direct encounter. Captain Robbins decided to lead the expedition himself, embodying the fearless spirit of humanity. "Suit up, team. Let's find out what makes us unique in the galaxy," Robbins declared, his voice echoing through the ship. Equipped with protective suits and sensory-enhancing gear, Robbins, Angela, and a small team exited the Vesta. The moment they crossed the threshold where the ship's sensors ceased to function, they felt it. A tingling sensation, an electric whisper against their skin. "It's responding to us," Angela said, her voice filled with wonder, relayed through the comms. "Our presence, our touch, our very human essence is interacting with the barrier." Back on the Vesta, Janet monitored their progress closely, ready to react to any sign of danger. Jeffrey kept the ship's systems running at optimal levels, ensuring a safe environment for the team's return. Captain Robbins, with his team tethered closely behind, made the decision to push forward, their suits brushing against the unseen barrier. "Keep your senses sharp, everyone. Let's see what makes us the trailblazers of the galaxy," he encouraged over the comm. As they moved, the barrier seemed to pulse with life, reacting to their touch, their breath, even the beat of their hearts. It was as if the very essence of humanity, its curiosity and audacity, was the key to unlocking this cosmic mystery. "Feels like it's guiding us, not blocking us," Angela observed, her voice filled with awe. The barrier's response grew stronger, more rhythmic, as if syncing with their own biological rhythms. With a final push, led by Robin's unwavering determination, they crossed the threshold. The environment changed subtly. The air vibrated with the echo of a civilization long gone. Before them lay an ancient alien outpost, its structures still humming with dormant energy. The team explored the outpost, their lights casting long shadows over technology that was both alien and eerily familiar. Angela discovered a series of artifacts that, when touched by human hands, activated and projected holographic records. "These records, they're testing us, seeing if we can perceive and interact with what they left behind," Angela deduced, translating the data streams flowing from the artifacts. It appears this barrier was a gatekeeper, designed to find a species capable of sensory and emotional transcendence. The revelation was profound. Humanity was not just exploring the galaxy. They were being invited to understand it on a level no other species could. As they ventured deeper into the outpost, the challenges became more complex. One room featured a series of intricate puzzles that required not only intellectual prowess, but also emotional insight to solve. Each puzzle seemed to assess their creativity, empathy, and ethical reasoning, qualities uniquely human. Pedro, usually reserved for tactical decisions, stepped forward to solve a puzzle that required understanding an ancient conflict and proposing a resolution that balanced justice and mercy. "It's like these challenges are designed to peel back the layers of what it means to be human," he reflected, his solution causing the mechanism to unlock with a satisfying click. In another chamber, Danielle's skills were put to the test. She had to communicate with an AI using non-verbal cues, proving humanity's ability to connect beyond words, to feel the rhythm and pulse of unspoken communication. Jeffrey, too, found his moment to shine when a malfunctioning door required a makeshift fix. His ability to improvise with alien technology not only restored power to a critical section of the outpost, but also demonstrated human ingenuity at its best. Each challenge they faced and overcame solidified their understanding of why humanity was chosen by this ancient civilization. It wasn't just their technology or their ability to travel through stars. It was their unparalleled human spirit, their boundless capacity to feel, think, and adapt. As they regrouped, Captain Robbins looked around at his crew, a proud smile spreading across his face. "This is why we're here. Not just to explore the stars, but to understand them, to connect with them. Humanity might just be the galaxy's best hope for understanding the universe's deepest mysteries." As Captain Robbins finished his inspiring declaration, the crew's resolve solidified, each member feeling the weight of their mission anew. They moved as one, their steps echoing softly through the corridors of the ancient outpost, drawn inexorably towards the heart of the mystery they had traveled so far to solve. The transition from the open space of their gathering to the confines of the outpost's inner sanctum was like stepping through a portal in time, leaving the familiar behind and venturing into the realm of the unknown. As they entered the dimly lit chamber, the sight that greeted them was both awe-inspiring and daunting. The crystalline structure before them pulsed with a soft, mesmerizing light, casting eerie shadows on the walls, and enveloping the room in an atmosphere of profound mystery and anticipation. Captain Robbins, leading his crew with the confidence of a seasoned explorer, watched closely as Angela, their key to unlocking these ancient secrets, stepped forward to engage with the artifact, her scanner ready to peel back the layers of time. "This is it," Angela whispered, her voice barely audible over the hum of the alien technology. "The culmination of all the tests. It's not just a repository of knowledge, it's a gateway to the universe's deepest secrets." The crew clustered around the artifact, their faces illuminated by its glow. The structure began to project a series of holographic images that depicted a civilization at the zenith of its power, only to fall into chaos and ruin due to the misuse of the very knowledge they now sought to understand. Captain Robbins stepped forward, his gaze sweeping over his team. "This is a test of more than our intellect or our ability to perceive the unseen," he said, his voice steady and commanding. "It's a test of our moral and ethical fiber. The knowledge contained within this artifact could propel humanity to new heights, or it could lead us down a path of destruction." First Officer Janet Perry, always analytical, raised a critical point. "The strategic implications of accessing this knowledge are immense. We need to consider the potential risks involved in wielding such power." Tactical Officer Pedro Henry nodded in agreement. "And we must also consider our defenses. If other species learn that we possess this knowledge, it could make us a target." Engineer Jeffrey Ward, who had been examining the structure's interface, chimed in with his usual enthusiasm. "The technological advancements we could achieve with this knowledge could revolutionize everything from energy production to space travel." But at what cost? Communications Officer Danielle Douglas, ever the voice of empathy and understanding, added, "Perhaps this is also a test of our readiness to be part of a larger cosmic community. How we handle this knowledge could define our place in the galaxy." Angela turned to face the group, her expression serious. "We need to decide not just as a crew, but as representatives of humanity. Are we capable of handling this responsibly? Can we honor the legacy of an entire civilization and learn from their mistakes?" The debate that followed was intense. Each crew member weighed in, their arguments underscored by the gravity of the decision before them. As they spoke, the artifact continued to pulse, as if urging them to a resolution. After hours of discussion, Captain Robbins called for a vote. The decision was unanimous. They would accept the knowledge, but with strict safeguards in place. It would be sealed and monitored, accessible only when humanity was deemed ready, both technologically and ethically, to handle it. With the decision made, Angela approached the artifact and initiated the encoding sequence. The crystalline structure shimmered, accepting their resolution and sealing the knowledge within. As the light from the artifact dimmed, Captain Robbins addressed his crew, a sense of pride resonating in his voice. "Today, we've not only discovered a treasure trove of knowledge, but also reaffirmed our commitment to the ethical stewardship of such power. We are custodians of a legacy that stretches across the cosmos, and we must carry that responsibility with the utmost integrity." The crew of the Vesta left the chamber, their steps echoing softly in the ancient corridors of the outpost. They were changed not just by the knowledge they had secured, but by the affirmation of their values and the bond they shared as pioneers on the galactic stage. As they exited the barrier, returning to the Vesta, the crew felt a profound sense of accomplishment and responsibility. They had not only passed the tests, but had also proven that humanity's greatest strength lay in its heart, its moral compass. The news of their discovery and the decision they made spread throughout human space, sparking debates, discussions, and ultimately, a collective agreement to uphold the crew's resolution. Humanity had been given a chance to prove itself in the cosmic arena, and it had risen to the occasion. Captain Robbins, looking out into the vast expanse of space from the bridge of the Vesta, knew that this was but the beginning of a new chapter in human history. Humanity had not only found its place among the stars, but had also shown that it was ready to face the future with wisdom, courage, and above all, a deep sense of responsibility. The galaxy is vast, and we are but a small part of it, he mused. But today, we've shown that humanity has something unique to offer. Let's carry this legacy forward, not just as explorers, but as guardians of the light we've been entrusted with. And with that, the Vesta set course for home, carrying with it the hopes and dreams of a species ready to embrace its destiny among the stars.